are here because the outside world rejects you.
Hey, what's going on everyone? Welcome to another Turtle Updates video where we gather all the latest Ninja Turtles news stories and put them all together into one big video. That way you know everything that's going on in the world of the Ninja Turtles. Today we got some exciting news stories to discuss, from the Mutant Mayhem sequel to the new Mutant Mayhem video game, and some other cool stories as well. Should be fun to cover. But yeah, with that said, let's go ahead and waste no time and dive on in to story number one. Alright, so story number one has to do with the Mutant Mayhem sequel. You can see we're reading over here on Variety.com, and they did an article here on some upcoming Paramount projects, and we can see that the Mutant Mayhem sequel is one of those projects. Let's go ahead and take a look at the new info that dropped. And you can see it right down here. It's the release date, and it says the follow-up to Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem from director Jeff Rowe and produced by Point Grey Pictures will hit theaters October 9th, 2026. So yeah, there you go, the sequel to Mutant Mayhem coming out in 2026. Now, my first natural gut reaction when I read this was that does seem kind of far away. This will be 3 years removed from Mutant Mayhem, but we are getting season 1 of the new show this year. And when they announced the show, they did say it would be 2 seasons. So I imagine we'll get 1 season this year, 1 season next year, and then the following year will be Mutant Mayhem Part 2. So we will have Turtles on screen in some way or another every year. And for those who don't know, that show is in this Mutant Mayhem universe. But yeah, not much else on this one. Big news though. Let me know what you guys think about this 2026 release date. But let's go ahead and move on over to the next story. Alright, next up we're looking over here on GameInformer.com. You can see the headline right there reads, exclusive first details and screenshots of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutants Unleashed. So yeah, this is the new Mutant Mayhem video game that's going to be coming out. Let's go ahead and read the article here. It says in August of 2023, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem arrived in theaters. Then we jump over to here and it says just over a month after its theatrical debut, Paramount and Nickelodeon announced that publisher Outright Games and developer A Heart Full of Games would be releasing a follow-up video game set in the Mutant Mayhem universe. While it hasn't had a name to this point, Game Informer can now exclusively confirm that the title is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutants Unleashed. And you can see the logo right there. Let's go ahead and take a look here at some info about the game. It says, the 3D brawler platformer picks up after the events of Mutant Mayhem. The Turtles have been accepted by society following their heroics against Superfly and his band of mutants. Unfortunately, their dream of attending high school as average everyday students is suddenly interrupted by a new wave of mutants invading New York City. Featuring an all-original storyline, Mutants Unleashed aims to have the same brand of humor as the 2023 film. Players take control of the 4 hero turtles, each with a unique playstyle, as they fight their way through the sewers and streets of New York. Outright Games touts how immersive both the world above and below ground is, as well as the cast of familiar faces for the brothers to meet and fight. As co-op is a massive piece of the history of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles video games, players can enjoy 2-player local co-op in Mutants Unleashed. So yeah, it looks like you'll be able to play 2-player co-op, at least locally. There's no word of online co-op. I feel like they would have announced that if we were getting it, so it looks like we'll be only getting 2-player co-op locally. Then it says Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutants Unleashed is set to arrive near the end of this year for PS5, Xbox Series X and S, PS4, Xbox One, Switch, and PC. And yeah, that's all the info there on the new game, but if you look over here on Amazon, you can see that the game's already available for pre-order, at least for PS5, PS4, and Xbox. Now, the release date on here says that this item will be released on December 31st. I don't know if that's just a tentative date that they have there, but I did think it was worth mentioning. So yeah, at the end of the year, we're going to be getting this new game. That should be fun to play. Let me know what you guys think about this one. Let's go ahead and move on over to the next story. Alright, the next story is coming over here from The Toy Book, and you can see an interesting new Ninja Turtles figure set here that we have never seen before, and it's of these turtles right here, which if you don't know are in like the shape of the original sketch of Ninja Turtles that ever existed. Let's go ahead and read the description here. So they're called the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Classic Original Sketch Action Figures, and then it says celebrate the 40th anniversary of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles with this collection of action figures inspired by the first ever group sketch of the Turtles by co-creator Kevin Eastman. Each figure comes perched atop a special base that helps form part of a scene. And then you can see right there that it looks like each figure is going to be $11.99 and that they'll be available in June. And yeah, the figures look just like the sketch. Now, for those who don't know, the original Turtles from the comics all wore red bandanas. In this case, you have them with their individual colors. But yeah, still really cool to see these here. But yeah, it'll be cool to see what kind of packaging they come in. We'll definitely keep our eye open for this one. Let me know what you think. Let's go ahead and move on over to the next story.
I love being a turtle.
You picked the wrong time to mess with me.
Slice and dice. Booyakasha!
It's go time.
We got pizza! Rumble time!
Do that. That's where I want you.
Turbo power!
Baxter Stockman.
So yeah, there you saw the trailer for the upcoming video game TMNT Arcade, Wrath of the Mutants. Now, for those who don't know, this is actually a game from back in 2017, which was made by Raw Thrills. And I always saw people like posting about it on social media when they were at different arcades and things like that, but it never got a home release. And that's what you're seeing here. And that also explains why it has the 2012 Turtles as opposed to like the newer versions of the Turtles. I've only heard good things about this game. Let me know down below if you ever played this in the arcades and what you thought of it. As you saw in the trailer there, it will be releasing April 23rd, so not too far from now. Maybe we can do a playthrough video here on the channel. That would be a lot of fun. But yeah, you can see right there, it's going to be available for Xbox, PS5, PS4, Switch, PC, all that stuff. And yeah, it's just always nice to see the 2012 Turtles. I feel like they're a fan favorite that we don't really hear much about anymore. But yeah, cool to see them back. Definitely going to have to pick this one up. Let's go ahead and move on over to the next story. Alright, so next up we're looking over here on Big Boys Toys, and you can see that there's this new figure. It's a Bulky's Collection Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Krang, and it's available for pre-order, and you can see the pictures right there, and this is a big boy. I believe Bulky's has already done the Turtles in the past, and now this is their version of Krang. You can see him right there. It does look like he's removable from the abdomen, and you can see that it's going for $240. If you look down here, it looks like it's going to have a release date of June 2024, so this summer, and that it's made of PVC and soft vinyl. When it comes to like the height of it, you can see some pictures right there of somebody holding it, and it looks pretty big. On the measurements, it says 360 millimeters, which I believe is roughly around 14 inches. So just over a foot tall. Anyways, yeah, there it is, available for pre-order. Pretty cool looking figure here. Let me know what you guys think about this one. Let's go ahead and move on over to the last story. And lastly, we're looking over here on the Facebook page of the Loyal Subjects. You can see that they've officially revealed the upcoming Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles IDW Comics Alopex figure. You can see her right there. And the version of her that they showed off is the version with like the pink markings around her eyes. In some footage we saw from one of the conventions in our last updates video, we did see that there's also going to be a version with blue color eyes. But yeah, right here we see the pink version. And yeah, just super cool to see it in detail like this. It does look like they're expanding their IDW Comics line. I do believe the next one they're going to reveal is going to be the Rat King, based on some of the pictures we saw in the last updates video. But there was also that big list of other figures from the IDW Comics universe that we saw a while back that had a bunch of other figures as well. I have a feeling Loyal Subjects is going to be doing all of those, so we'll definitely keep our eyes peeled for that. But that does it for this updates video. Those are some of the latest news stories to come out in the Turtles universe. I guess one final thing, it's more of a reminder, is that The Last Ronin 2 Re-Evolution is now out. So the sequel to The Last Ronin, which follows this new team of turtles, issue 1 of that has now hit the shelves, and we'll be doing some videos on it in the upcoming days. So make sure to go pick that up so you can see what we're talking about when we discuss that stuff. But yeah, thank you everybody once again for watching. Make sure to follow on all the socials. We're always posting news on there as it breaks. Also check out the website www.theoldturtledен.com, where we have different news stories as well, and also collections of Turtles products from all around the web that you can check out in one location. Thanks once again everybody for watching the video. Hit subscribe if you're new, and I will see you in a little bit with another video. Take care.